Hey there! Do you struggle with motion sickness in VR? Feel like your eyes are crossed when your virtual plane takes a turn? Want to lay down and grasp your dirty basement floor when your character moves? Does teleportation movement make you think you might be revisiting your lunch? Man, that must really suck. Welcome to Aircar VR, the free VR nausea desensitizer trainer. TM, patent pending. In Aircar, you pilot a, Aircar through a futuristic cyberpunk style cityscape. That's pretty much the whole game. It's basically like a tech demo to demonstrate, hey look, this is what VR can do and we did it. Look how good it looks and works. But it's free and you can get a good hour or so of entertainment out of it, so I thought I'd give it a spotlight. Now, as I mentioned before, as a genetically superior being, I don't usually get nauseous in VR. I can usually play for hours at a time before I feel overwhelmed, if at all. But when I tried pulling off some more impressive stunts in this game, I actually felt my stomach kind of drop a few times, like I was in a roller coaster, and once or twice my head kind of got that pre-headache feeling for a few seconds. And I wondered to myself, is this how noobs feel? But this is when I was trying to do some pretty sharp turns, dives, or flips, so when flying normally I didn't really have that sensation. Since you're piloting a futuristic flying car, you can hover and change your altitude independently of your forward speed, and the game also gives you very responsive control of your yaw, pitch, and roll, at least when using an Xbox controller, which I had to do because it's an older game that didn't recognize my Windows mixed reality controllers. But to be honest, it actually kind of worked out better because I found that, using like two VR controllers as like flight sticks basically, sometimes it just doesn't work out that well, so having the controller was not a bad thing. Since this game is free, it might be a great way to test your limits when it comes to VR motion sickness, or maybe even train yourself to overcome it. If you have trouble even being in a moving vehicle in VR, you could potentially desensitize yourself by moving the aircar very slowly until you feel comfortable increasing the speed. Or if you're fine with movement but have trouble with sudden turns, you could slowly work your way up to more complex motions with the car. Note, I am not a doctor, so for all I know, this could be bullshit. Now, in terms of things to do in the game, as I mentioned before, there isn't much besides flying around, exploring, and admiring the views. There are alternate landing platforms to discover, and through these, you can get an upgrade to your boost. But besides searching for these, the game really seems to be more of a proof of concept or tech demo like I mentioned before. But at the price of 0 doubloons, who can really complain? The game is surprisingly pretty for an older VR game. Now, if you go very close to buildings, some textures don't hold up, and if you go down to street level, you'll unfortunately realize the flying cars zipping around are cardboard cutouts. They're literally like 2D. But when you're flying high and fast around the city, these minor details aren't super apparent, and the game just looks beautiful. It's really immersive. And the cardboard cars are made up for somewhat by the good-looking other like AI air cars and other transports that fly around at the same level as you between the buildings. As a big fan of the cyberpunk genre and style, I just really love how it nails that vibe. The analog style displays, the rain splattering the windows, the holograms, and the cyberpunk style music, which really complements the nature of the game, giving you some great tunes to listen to while taking in the scenery. All that's missing to complete the look is Harrison Ford hanging off a building while a philosophical android manhandles a pigeon. If you have a VR headset, I definitely recommend downloading this game and checking it out, just to get another unique VR experience. Hopefully the devs of this game, or some other devs, can build upon this framework to make a fully fleshed out game built around this aircar concept, like Cloudpunk but in VR. I think that has a lot of potential and I would buy that shit right away, I'm just telling you right now. Well, I don't really have much else to say. The game's pretty simple, but I just wanted to talk about it, give it a little bit of a spotlight. I hope you guys liked this video and found it useful or entertaining. If you did, leave a like or subscribe, it would be much appreciated. And stay tuned for future content. I know this video is a little bit different than some of my other reviews, but I feel like these smaller games, it's just nice to have a short talk about them without a super structured review format. Alright, well that wraps up my review of Aircar. Since this video is a bit on the shorter side, I'm going to leave you guys with about 5 to 8 minutes of just no commentary gameplay so you can experience the game a little bit yourself. Enjoy, and I'll see you guys on the next one.